one.
Hey everybody, how you doing today? This is Peter Gantner. Hope you're having a great Saturday, or if you're watching this in a replay, having a great day or evening. We're here today to talk about kulaBrands. You may ask yourself, what is kulaBrands? Or maybe you've seen 1,000 posts that had kulaBrands inside of it, because you're probably watching this on somebody's wall who's involved with kulaBrands. That's what we're here to do today, to explain to you what kulaBrands is all about. So I want to give you a quick history of, and I was actually just talking to a friend of mine a little while ago, and we were talking about this. He had called me about a new MLM that's out there, and I told him actually I'm not doing MLM anymore because of the fact that while I was involved with it and bringing friends and family members and stuff like that, even though we had had some success in it, the thing that I noticed is that the majority of people that got involved with them did not have any success. And the reason why is they either were not good at recruiting, didn't like recruiting, or they weren't good at sales, or they didn't like sales, or they just didn't have time to do either one of those. And for that matter, if you don't do those two things, recruit or sell, then the chances of you making it in any type of MLM are really slim to none, right? Because you have to be able to build an organization, and you have to just look at their own comp plans, and they tell you right there the fact that you have to be able to do those two things in order to make any money. And so I realized that if people don't like doing it, or they don't have the time to do it, or they're not good at it, that it's going to be really hard for them to do it. And so the side of the MLM that they talk about is you can learn to be a good recruiter, or you can learn to like recruiting, or you can, get a big dream and then it'll get you through your sphere of recruiting. I decided that it would be better to come up with a concept where you did not need to recruit, or you didn't need to sell products or be a good salesperson in order to make it happen. And that's what we put together with kulaBrands. The other side of it too is that in the traditional MLM space, as long as your organization is growing and somebody is still out always recruiting or building, then you could build some type of residual income. But there's as long as they're there. I wanted to build something where you could make true lifelong residual income, even if every person that you knew stopped or everybody quit working on it, that the money would continue to come in. And how do you do that? Oh, there's actors, singers, anybody who's in a royalty-based income model that they are able to do something, build up their career or whatever it is. Let's say it's a singer, build up a career, become popular. Then they are able to sit back, and then somebody else takes that music and they go generate revenue off of it. And the person who's created the music is the person who continues to get paid on it. As long as there's revenue coming in off of that from any means that's out there, any way, then that person continues to get paid. And I thought that'd be cool if we could find a way for average everyday people, so people that can't sing like Michael Jackson or Elvis Presley or any of those guys, if we could figure out a way for them to be able to collect royalties. I give you my background. I've been in Forbes magazine, Wall Street Journal. I love business. I love starting companies. I love the entire process that's involved with building, taking products to the marketplace and then watching them grow. And I've had success with that in the past. And I thought, wait a minute, when I was doing those things, when I was bringing my products to the marketplace, I sat down and thought, how did they ever work? How did they take off? So maybe you had, had kids back in the late 90s and you heard of a product, or early 2000s, heard of a product called Crazy Bones, or maybe the late 90s Pogs. Those are two things that I helped bring to the marketplace. And one of the things that I realized, it was that my consumers, the people that actually saw my product and loved it, that would then go share it with friends and family members, and they would help me grow my brand. And I thought, wait a minute, today, because of technology, things have changed quite a bit since then. But today with social media, it's even easier today for someone to share and expose friends and families to brands that they love, right? So through social media. And there's even a way for people to support early brands. It's called reward-based crowdfunding. And I thought, wait a minute, why not take those two and combine them together. And then there's one that's always been there, and that is the contacts, the connections, networking, right? You meet somebody, they go, oh, hey, I know somebody, and they connect you with that person, and then you put together a business deal and you move things forward. So kulaBrands is essentially a company that allows you to take your spending, so just the fact that you purchase product, take your social media. So if you have a Facebook page, which you have to have because you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, any of the different social media channels out of Instagram, any of that stuff, and then the ability for people to network, right? Open doors and that type of stuff, and turn that into lifelong residual income. So now what I want to do is I want to get into how we do that. So kulaBrands essentially is a patent pending business model. We're moving closer and closer to receiving a patent. It's getting closer to its the action in the office of the patent office, which we're really excited about. This patented business model, and some of you are going, what? You can patent a business model? Absolutely. There are hundreds, thousands of business models that are patented. It just has to be unique and new, and nobody's ever done it before. And that's what kulaBrands is. kulaBrands is so unique that I've talked to some of the most sophisticated business people in the world, and they've simply said, nobody's ever done this before. We've never seen this before. That's how unique and new it is. So what we do is we find inventors, creative people that have maybe developed a product. So right back here, you're going to see, let me move that leaf out of the way, Footlog, right? So this is Footlog on my back shelf. This is Shiver Shield here. This is Digi, which is a little statue, but Digi is actually a piece of software. We've got Vibe Bottle here. All of this stuff that you see on the shelf behind me are products that individuals have developed. And what they were looking for is they were looking for a way to bring their products to the marketplace. Well, they came to kulaBrands, and we said, listen, we have a very powerful mechanism. It is a community of everyday people. These people buy products. They have social media and people that trust them and that say, hey, you know, if Susan's using it, I love it. And I'll try it, right? And they have connections, contacts, and they have the ability to go out and make things happen, very small activities that all add up to that. And so what we've done is we put this all together in this business called kulaBrands to allow us to help these people become successful. And it's working extremely well. Matter of fact, we just recently had 2 products on HSN. We're waiting in another week or 2. We'll find out if we get another 2 to 3 more products on HSN. Probably at least 1, but maybe 2 or 3 more. We just had one of our products go out in a major catalog, millions and millions of catalogs that'll be going out. We have our products in truck stops. The one that Deb is holding up, if you see Deb's picture there, she's holding up Tuck Visor. Tuck Visor has been on HSN, and it's also in hundreds of truck stops around the country. It is selling extremely well. Matter of fact, it'll pretty soon be going into Camping World, right? As we have a product, another product that we're working with called, it's a cling type material that is currently in all the Camping Worlds. So that'll be another 100 and something locations. We also have these products going in hundreds and soon to be thousands of small retailers all over the country. So what we do is when these inventors bring these products to us, we actually negotiate with them that if we help them, if this community of people that we built, by the way, 5,400 people right now about in the community, we're closing in on it, very close to that. And if we as a community help them bring their product to the marketplace, then we require them or negotiate with them to pay us a percentage of all their revenue in the form of a royalty for the life of the company. Not for a year, not for 5, not for 10. As long as that company is around, we continue to get paid that money. And what kulaBrands does, so the kulaBrands negotiates that. We're going to bring this community of 5,400 people. And then we take 80 to 85% of all that money. 80% is in our member agreement, but about 3/4 of the deals we've done, 85% has gone back to the membership. And we share that with them depending on which projects they participated in any one of the 3 things that we do. So let's go through that real quick. The first thing that we do is we support products through reward-based crowdfunding. So we do not invest in these companies. You're not going to give them $100 and they're going to take it. No, you're simply going to pre-purchase their products. You're going to receive that product. The inventor is going to take the money from what you purchased and maybe another 5, 6, 7, 800 people. And they'll utilize that money to develop the product, do the tooling, patents, and stuff. We just did one with KlingVisor. KlingVisor needed about $22,000 to do their patents, their trademarks. It's a new product coming out. It's not out in the market yet, but it'll be out in the next few weeks. He needed about $22,000 to do all the stuff that he did. So what we did is our members pre-purchased $22,000 worth of KlingVisor. He took that money, he's sending them a KlingVisor, and then he'll use that money to cover all the expenses in order to get that product developed and bring it in the marketplace, and then start selling it through all the outlets that he's already developed out in the marketplace. So that's the first thing we do is crowdfunding. The second thing that we do is just simply share on social media. So you don't have to learn how to create fancy ads. You don't need to do, you can do Facebook Lives and get credit for that, but you don't need to. It's as simple as hitting a like button, a share button, or maybe possibly leaving a comment, or all three of those. You might like, share, and comment on a post. Now you might say to yourself, well, that's not very much. Exactly. But and if only you did it, it might not have that big of effect. But if you get 1,000 people or 2,000 people or 3,000 or 4,000 people to simply like, share, and click on that, now you have exposure to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who will also look at it and go, wow, this is pretty cool. Like, share, comment. And that's the way that posts actually go viral. And that's what we're able to do. We've built proprietary software in order to be able to track and see this stuff happening. So that's the second thing that we do is social media. We simply help do that branding and marketing. And then the third thing we do is we help sell products. Might be I'm selling them to myself, right? I simply go on and I purchase a product, right? That generates what? Revenue for the company, ongoing sales. One of the most difficult things for a company to do is to develop and build their sales channels. It takes a little bit of time and effort and energy to be able to develop and build those sales channels. And for most companies, they are not able to do that fast enough in order to have the revenue to stay in business. So what do? We have a community of 5,400 people. Those 5,400 people, maybe a few hundred want to purchase the product for themselves. Maybe a few hundred people will post it on the wall and their friends and family and that type of stuff will purchase the product. But we also have some of our members that have chosen to go to fairs and festivals and set up. And they buy the product wholesale. They sell it at the fairs and festivals at retail. This gives immediate cash flow to the business. And we actually have one of our businesses that's literally doing hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue that way. But here's the important part. It's creating even more cash flow for the members, because we have members right now that are at fairs. As a matter of fact, I was just talking with Corey, and today they had sold over 25 cords at about $12 to $13 profit per cord. He had already made over $300 today being at a fair or festival, right? And this was earlier today. It was about noon, so a couple hours ago. I'm sure they sold more cords than that. His goal was today, and he thought he would sell about 50 of them, generating about $650 in positive cash flow a day, less, of course, the cost of the booth. So we have members that are out doing it. Matter of fact, we had one of our members who set up a fundraiser with a band of one of the high schools out there. The fundraiser made $4,000 towards going towards the cause that they had, what they needed to raise the money for. Cords of Steel generated about $4,000 in cash flow, and the member made about $2,000 cash, which they were putting in their pocket. And I asked him what he's going to do. He says, oh, we're going to pay off some bills, right? So that was something that they were able to do and help get it out there. So we go out and help get early sales channels. Now, those will not be the main sales channels eventually for these products. Eventually, these products will be picked up by major retailers, maybe people who are professionals at doing fairs and festivals, maybe one of the fundraising companies that literally do tens of thousands of fundraisers a year will pick it up. But our goal is we do this crowdfunding, the branding and marketing, and the sales for the first few years of doing this. Very small, very incremental tasks. And then they go find other people to take it further. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 years down the road, there's still somebody selling, there's still somebody doing branding and marketing, and there's still somebody that's running the company on a day-to-day basis. It's just we're collecting royalties on that, and they continue to come in. Now imagine doing that for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 companies over the next 3, 5 years. you would have income then coming on a quarterly basis from each and every single one of these projects that you worked on that continue to grow and continue to build. What's the potential of that? I'll just use a couple of examples. So let's say, and we did not, but let's say that when GoPro was invented, he looked at this model and said, man, this is a great model. I want to use these guys. So today, GoPro does over $1 billion a year in sales. At one point, though, guys, it only sold a few $1,000s worth every month, right? But then the company continued to grow. It got to 5,000 a month. It got to 20,000 a month. It got to 100, got to 1 million a month, and then it continued to grow and continue to scale. So imagine if that was one of the companies that we had gotten involved with. We believe we have companies that will become the size of a GoPro, right? They have all the potential in the world. They have great inventors behind them. And of course, they have the power of our community behind them, helping them bring these products to the marketplace and helping them generate cash flow. Our community has done phenomenal things for the inventors. So far, we've launched over 30 products. And of course, I don't have 30 on the shelf right now because these products are in all different stages of development. Some have already been crowdfunded and delivered and are going into retailers now. Some are just getting ready to start going to retailers soon. Some are, just in the development stage. They're in the early stages of this. We're not only doing products, we're also doing music as well. We have a country music artist that we've launched. We have a pop star that we've launched. And I say pop star because if you look at Naya's work and what she's doing, she will definitely be a major pop star sometime here in the near future. Incredible. She's 16 years old. And the stuff that she's doing with anti-bullying and going to schools, things like that is absolutely incredible. So you can check that out. So what does it cost to be involved in kulaBrands? So let's do a quick recap before I go into the cost. So first of all, we simply purchase products through crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is you're going to wait to get your product 3 months, 6 months, 4 months, whatever it is. Because the inventor is going to take your money, use it to build tools, do all the stuff, then produce the product and then send it to you. Second thing we do is branding and marketing through social media. You can just click on other people's posts and share and like and comment, or you can originate a post, click share and comment, so doing all that stuff with the social media. The third thing is we purchase products from our own shop Kula site, which we've developed, which by the way, you get an affiliate commission every time you purchase a product. We can ask friends and family if they'd like to buy the product. Matter of fact, we have tons of stories of where people had cords of steel in it, fell out of their purse and somebody said, hey, what is that? Or somebody went to go get their car repaired and they had the cords of steel and they said, hey, what is that? And they ended up buying cords. So our products are so unique and so incredible that simply using them out in the marketplace probably will get people to go, hey, I want to purchase one of those products. That's considered a sale, and that's what we do. So those are the three things. By the way, these are the three things that every single inventor needs to be successful. Money to do the project, branding and marketing to get the word out there about their product, and then, of course, the revenue from sales to grow their company. So we provide companies with 100% of everything they need to build a successful product out in the marketplace. So what does it cost to get involved? $249 one-time lifetime membership. If you don't have an extra $249 laying around, you can get on our payment program. It's 12 payments of $25 each, total of $300. That covers your membership. We'll never ask you for a renewal fee at this point. We never ask for anything outside of that. The only money you'll spend beyond that is money that you choose to spend. Oh, and by the way, you'll spend it when you want to. There are no minimum monthly requirements. If you want to take 2 or 3 months, not pledge on any projects, not do anything, that's okay. Sit back, relax, and you'll continue to get your commission checks each of those months if there's any commissions due in royalties. Right now, we have 2 of our projects that are paying royalties. In the next few months, we'll have 2 more come on board. That's 4. Matter of fact, all 30 of our projects that we've launched so far, 30 plus, you can still get involved with, still earn points in either the branding and marketing pool or in the sales pool. And then, of course, we have projects right now that are in crowdfunding where you can earn points in the crowdfunding pool as well. What else do we have? Well, so there's no minimums. You do not need to recruit. So that's what I talked about earlier, right? I looked at it and said people don't either like, or they're not good at it, or you know, they just don't have time to do it, to recruit, or maybe they just don't want to bother friends and family members, right? They've already tried that once before and didn't work out really well. You don't have to do that here. You can if you want to. We do have a way for you to share this with friends and family and people out there, and they can get involved, and you do benefit from their activity level. They benefit and you benefit, but it's not a requirement. We actually have people that are on course to making thousands of dollars in extra residual money. Some will make tens of thousands of dollars a year, and they'll never recruit a single person into kulaBrands. They'll never talk to anybody about it. They will simply share the products. They will simply purchase the products, and they will develop lifetime residual income off of that. So guys, that's our presentation for today. As you see my shirt that I have on here, these are all the brands that we've helped bring to market so far. Actually, we've added a few more since then. We will continue to add brands. Our ultimate goal is over the next 8 to 10 years is have about 1,000 companies on a global scale that we've helped bring to the marketplace. Again, your choice. You do one of those companies, 5 of those companies, you earn points in 20 or 50 or 100 of those companies. That's totally up to you. We look forward to hearing from you. Get the information from the person whose wall you're watching this on and say, listen, I want to know more about kulaBrands. Once you've learned what it is that it takes to become successful here and to generate it, if you want to come on board, we welcome you. And thank you for listening to this presentation. Have a great day.